Hey everyone, Kori Burkholder here, co-founder of Valley Entrepreneurs, and I'm excited today because we have Colleen Brunetti, who is hosting our monthly networking event next Thursday, April 9th at Meredith's Prime IV in Simsbury, which is in Simsbury Town. It's our first time there, so we're really excited to share her space and for her to host us. And Colleen, we're going to have a little bit of a conversation, give a little bit of a teaser of what you can expect next week, but please feel free to introduce yourself.
Sure. Thanks so much for having me. So I'm Colleen Brunetti. I own Bannon River Books, and we are a boutique self-publishing consulting firm. So what that means is we do everything in the self-publishing process from I have an idea to, hey, I wrote this whole manuscript and I paid somebody to illustrate it if they're doing children's books. Can you get it out there? To I know my message means something, but I don't even know where to start. So my clients come to me at all stages of the book development. And also, hey, I had this done, and then I look at it and go, we need to fix some things before you're ready to publish. We do a lot of fixing as well. So I have a phenomenal team of all women who own their own businesses who contract with me for things like professional editing, book design, social media. So anything an author needs to build a book or a book related business, we have in-house.
So, what do you think that some of the biggest myths are or misconceptions people have about writing a book, would you say?
I think there are maybe two that get in people's way the most often. The first is when you think of a book, you think of this like 300 page, multi citations, big deal. It doesn't have to be that way, especially for business owners. So, for instance, I have a therapist who's done two books with me, and they're 50 pages.
Mm.
And one is just lessons learned from her clients, her children clients. It was an adorable book. And the other is her kind of signature therapy process that she uses that she put into a book so that other therapists could share it with their clients, or her clients could take it with them. It's kind of like therapist in your pocket. 50 pages
Mm.
doesn't take very long. Other people want to write a 400-page memoir, and that's fine too. But there's lots in between. So that's a big one. People think that it's a larger project than it has to be.
Mhm. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense because it can feel a little bit overwhelming. It's like I have so much knowledge, but I have to
Right.
write 400 pages and get probably lost before they even put a pen to paper. So would you say that a lot of people that come to you are writing books to promote their business or to give them visibility or to position themselves as experts, or what do you feel like?
We have kind of a mix. So we specialize in nonfiction. So that would be both like memoir and self-help or business related books. And then we also do children's books, which is sort of a side quest because I find them so fun. So yeah, there are people who do that. And there are a lot of people who have been through some sort of trauma or major life upheaval, come through it on the other side and want to share that knowledge and support with other people and do that through a book form. So we get quite a few of those too.
Yeah, so we have a wide range of women who are in Valley entrepreneurs. We have, I think we just hit 650 people
That's awesome.
about 2 years into it. But yeah, so a lot of these women have businesses. So it started out of suburban living. And so a lot of these women are crafters, craftpreneurs, but we also have a lot of service providers, therapists. So a lot of people that could use a book to promote their business.
Yeah.
So the next question would be, are there any red flags or scams that people should be aware of in the self-publishing world?
Yes, it's a little bit of the Wild West. I say that, the Amazon KDP marketplace did for authors what YouTube did for musicians in the 90s. It sort of opened the doors and leveled the playing field. You don't have to search for an agent, wait for a book offer, take that 3 to 5 year process to hold your book. You can go from idea to book in under 6 months if you're super, super motivated. But what that has also meant is that anybody can kind of hang a sign and say, hey, I help people put with some part of the publishing. So you have
Mhm.
editors with no formal editor training. You have artists who are using clip art or AI. You cannot copyright AI, and there's a whole speech and box I could get on about that. Maybe we'll do more in the workshop. But
Yeah.
so I've had potential clients come to me with work that has been done that is not publishable for one reason or another. Some of that depends on where you source your people from. So a site like Fiverr, you're going to see more of that. Random Facebook groups are a great place to find people and vet them. It's also a great place for anybody to kind of throw their hat in the ring. So you
Mm.
really want to be doing website reviews, portfolio reviews, getting first person recommendations, reverse
Mm.
Google searching things that they say they have produced, or work with someone like me who has already vetted a team and
Mm.
make sure that those people are not even crossing your path to begin with.
Yes, I could see that being really, really helpful because when I was going through that process, it was, I forget what the website it was, but it was specifically for editors, but it was so overwhelming. It's like, what do I even need? Do I need a copy editor? So I had to
Yep.
do all of that research on my own. So having somebody like you to help me through that process would have been really helpful and probably saving me time and energy so I could mostly put it into my book, right?
For sure. And that's the thing about self-publishing is anyone can learn to do it and do it for free or onesie twosie it with, the professionals they want to bring on board. And for
Hmm.
the people who want to do that, phenomenal, do that. If you would like a more direct path and to save some time and maybe some money in the process by not getting hoodwinked, then that's when you would go with a consultant or a firm like mine.
So you have vetted people, all different types of people. So you have a team ready. So this was one of my things was, okay, I have the book. And now
Right.
what, right? And so I had to create my own marketing program and project and get a whole team together to write reviews. Like, does your service include that, or is it an add-on, or what does that look like?
That is usually part of our packages because that would be the other myth is like the writing is the hard part. At the
Right.
end of it all, the writing is the easy part.
Yeah.
The marketing and the real work begins when the book is complete.
Yes, I would totally agree with that.
Yeah.
So having that support is priceless, I
Yes.
would say from my own experience. And another question that came up is what are some of the unexpected opportunities that can come from becoming an author?
I think the sense of accomplishment is something you don't fully understand until you hold that book in your hand for the first time.
Mm.
And it never gets old watching people get to have that moment. I'm always asking them when they get their first copy to please film it so that I
Right.
can
The
see like the
unboxing.
unboxing and I unbox my copies and
Yeah.
that never gets old. And I have 6 books of my own and I still get like all like kid on Christmas. So that's really phenomenal. I think what surprised me most personally is the doors it truly opened. So
Right.
I have, based on my first book, which came out in 2015, I have been all over the world speaking to audiences of thousands. And
Wow.
if you had told me as the person I was back then, which was shy and afraid of microphones and not at all thinking this was my path, that that would be what happened, I would not have believed you, but it just burst open opportunity.
Wow. And what have you seen from some of your clients? Like what is a success story that you might not have been expecting that was like, oh wow.
I think it's come from getting endorsements from people they really admire who have helped them spread the word, being on things like podcasts with people who are better known publicly in their industry and having that association with those people, using it to fulfill mission, I think is really, really key. Most of my clients have been mission driven, even if
Mhm.
they're business related, right? Their heart is in this.
Yeah.
And so to use that book to fulfill mission is really gratifying and very effective.
Yeah. Legacy, right? Leaving
Yes,
leaving your legacy.
sure.
Yeah. So the workshop is coming up next week. So what
Yes.
would you say that people could expect to walk away with if they attend?
Sure. All right, I have my little outline here because I'm a writer.
Great.
I had to write it
Perfect.
down. So I will share a little bit more about my story in depth. It's been a wild ride. I did not set out to do what I do when I first started writing. But more importantly, there's going to be a very detailed overview of the publishing process because there are a lot of different paths that you can take.
Mhm.
And so we'll kind of go over what those options are. The path you take is driven by your goal for the book. So we will get clear on kind of if you were to write a book, why would you do it? What do you want out of it? And that will help you understand the best path forward. I have an unlock your story exercise I'll be bringing that I put together that helps people kind of find that thing that they could write about. And an are you ready to begin your book quiz that will do. So it
Great.
should be lots of hands-on, lots of interactive, lots of sharing of ideas. And then very excited to start introducing a group program that I'm working on behind the scenes. Always available for one-on-one, but I think it would be really powerful and more efficient all around to move a cohort of people through this process. So I have a 20-week program where the first half is about the writing and the editing, and the second half is all about getting your book to market.
And that's great because that's also going to create a sense of community, knowing that you're not writing alone, bounce ideas off of each other. So
Great.
below this video, I will pop in the Luma link where you
Okay.
should register. It's next Thursday, April 9th from 6 to 8 at Prime IV in Simsbury. So
Awesome.
yeah, Colleen, I'm so excited we got to connect today and to
Yes.
learn more about what to expect. And I think the community is really going to be excited about it. So thank you.
Awesome. I'm really looking forward to it. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome.